Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to create a new Canvas course after you've created your Canvas account. So again, the first thing you'd want to do is sign into Canvas at instructure.com. You should have your login credentials by now. You simply log in. Now, this is my dashboard. My dashboard will have all my courses that I'm currently teaching or have taught in the past, or even my unpublished courses. But to create a course, where you need to go to is scroll down and click on Start a New Course. If you're new to Canvas, the Start a New Course may be in the upper right corner, since you wouldn't have assignments and so forth as here. But whatever the case is, you have it on the right hand side. So you just scroll until you see where it says Start a New Course, click on it, and you simply need to give the course a name. So I will create a course for this semester. I'm going to name it Cytology 2020, since I had previous courses with the name Cytology before. And I just add the year simply to be able to differentiate between the different courses I've created over the years. Now, when it comes to content license, there are different licenses here. If you want to keep your course private and just for a specific amount of people to see, the ones that you send an invitation to, then you would keep it as private. But if you want it to be open to the public, anybody that has a Canvas account that can access your course. So for this case, we're going to choose private because I just want my students to be able to access it, no one else. I don't need a bunch of names popping up into my gradebook. And then you simply click Create Course. My new course has been created, and that is all it takes to create a new course in Canvas. Now, if you want to set specific dates and so forth for your course, then you're going to go to Settings. That's on the lower left-hand side of the screen. Click on Settings, and in here you could actually fix up your course. So Cytology course code, Bio 1101. That is my course code for Cytology. My time zone, ensure you have the correct time zone. I don't usually mess with the time zone. I just leave it as is. What is the default? Because if you put another time zone, if you, let's say you select Hawaiian time, and you've put an assignment that is due at midnight, it'll be due at midnight Hawaiian time. So basically, that might give the students up until 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning to complete it, since Hawaii is behind Belize time. So I usually just leave that as is. But keep in mind that with daylight savings time, since we do not utilize that here in Belize, that depending on what time zone is there, it might shift by 1 hour sometimes. But you could just check with that throughout the semester. Now, where it says start, you select the start date of the course, and then you can select the end date of the course. Now, usually I give it a week or so after when it was supposed to end, simply because once the course concludes, students won't be able to see anything. But it all depends on what you want to do with the course. So for the purpose of this, I'm just going to set it as December 18th. And I could put the specific time I want the course to conclude. If you notice here, the times are the same right here. However, due to daylight savings time in the US, it will go an hour behind for us. So that simply means that even though the course is going to shut at 12 a.m. on December 18th at Mountain Central Time, um, it's going to close for us at 11 p.m. But you could always alter that as you see fit throughout. So here it says that students can only participate in the course between these dates. You can select that if you want to, and that will really restrict them. Restrict students from viewing this course after the end date. Again, the course will simply disappear from them. They won't be able to see anything. Or restrict students from viewing this course before the start date. So it all depends on what you want to do. I personally don't have an issue with if the students seeing the course before the start date or after the end date for now. So I don't usually mess with those. In terms of language, the default is set to English. You don't have to deal with anything there. I guess due to COVID, this used to be 250 megabytes. Now it's upgraded to 4096 megabytes. So that's an improvement. Grading scheme can enable a grading scheme for the course. And how you do that, that will tell you whether the student got an A, an A minus, a B plus, and so forth within the course. So to set a grading scheme, I don't have any default grading scheme that I could just go from since this is the free version of Canvas. So scheme, no, that's an A is from 94.5 onwards. 89.5 onwards is an A minus. 84.5 to 89.5 is a B plus. 9.5, we do not have a B minus, so we remove that. C plus would be from 74.5. C would be from 69.5. We do not have a C minus. Remove that. D plus will now be from 64.5. D 59.5. Then we remove the D minus and we simply click save. So now when we go into our grading system or our grade book after this, and once grades start to populate the grade book, we're going to see whether the student has an A, a B, a C, whatever the case is. Then in terms of the format, you could say on campus, fully online, blended. For the purpose of this semester, it's fully online. And remember, you want your license to be private if you don't want other people to enter your course. You can add a description here if you so choose. And there are further options, but we don't really need to mess with that right now. So we could simply update the course details. And we basically have the framework for a course set. Now all we need to do is populate it with items such as assignments, quizzes, notes, and so forth, which will be in a later video. Thank you for listening.